Kakusei Hunter OmegaHōn with 百獣戦隊ガオレンジャー25周年記念スペシャル。
Continuing on with this story, now taking place at a happy-go-lucky village where at its big arena, the twin hunters, Ire the bold and Al the upright, summoned their bulldog Kakuzyu, Gokaku, to have a hunter battle against the twin hunters from America, Ali the wild, male, and Nico the force, female, and their Megatherium Kakuzyu, Ikaku, with many people watching and cheering on this event. During the battle, the American twin hunters reveal they have been training all day to take on every Kakuzyu hunters so they can win and take those horned beasts to become champions of their country, united all beings roar. Although the original twin hunters will be taking the win in their horned beasts for that kind of support in their own country. With the battle going intense, the twins command Gokaku to split into two and let out a loud bark at Ikaku, who, despite its terrifying appearance, gets scared from the split Gokaku, who now gets the chance to weaken Ikaku and finish it off with the Gokaku knuckle, seizing victory and obtaining the flinging Ikaku Agorgir into their hands, making Ali and Nico upset that they lost, and without any Kakuzyu in their possession left to fight, both their lives and destiny as kaiju trainers is over. Seeing the sad looks on their American counterparts' faces, Ire and Al decided to give back the Ikaku Agorgir to Ali and Nico by explaining that the former two met and lost a battle to a treasure hunter with a big flaming horn beast, but that red kaiju trainer give the two back their Gogaku Agorgir, as this represents that the Agorgirs, including the Kakuzyu inside, each hunter possesses are treasures that can always be cherished as friends, and that Ire and Al love their Gogaku, which results Ali and Nico to thank them and reassure Ikaku they'll try to win next time with all their love, much to the crowd's cheers of happiness. After waving goodbye to the American twin hunters, the originals get confronted by Gariko the wave slasher, who challenges them into another hunter battle so she can win and take their Kakuzyu away as her own, wanting to see how much the twins really love their Kakuzyu by revealing those beasts are used for fights, a lot, which the twins will not allow their precious beast be taken and do accept Gariko's challenge, pumping themselves up including the crowd, as Gariko uses the Zenkaku Agorgir into her Omega Horn to gain that sawfish beast's power to her greatsword, while the twins support on Gokaku, who's still out of its Agorgir, to take down the monster hunter girl. However, from out of nowhere, a dark-colored Gogaku attacks the original, much to the twins' shocked, with the crowd engulfed in fear by this as a female Akuzyu hunter appears by commanding Go-Aku to continue beating up Gokaku, which the dark bulldog does so as the twins tried to support on their own blue Kakuzyu to fight back, while the audience escapes the stadium. Seeing how much the twins cherished their Kakuzyu, Gariko decides to help only for this situation as she heads towards to slash Go-Aku when suddenly she gets sent away, poked on the right side body by a dark counterpart of Zenkaku, Zan-Aku, to take her to a nearby river to drown. Gariko uses her Omega Horn to summon Zenkaku to help her defeat Zan-Aku and take her back to the surface, where she continues to command her Kakuzyu to defeat the Akuzyu. Just then, she senses someone coming towards her from behind as she blocks the male Akuzyu hunter's attacks with her greatsword and pushes him away, telling that hunter on being able to strike her with his surprise attacks, but mocks him to have no chance messing with and battling her like a dumb man he is, prompting the male hunter talking back by introducing himself as a 44-year-old named Sharp the Crunch, yelling at her to never underestimate him as he gains Zan-Aku's powers, including using that sea predator's combat techniques to attack the wave slasher. Back at the stadium, the twin hunters are in a really big pinch as Gogaku gets seriously injured by Go-Aku, commanded by the female Akuzyu hunter by the name I the Growl, who uses the fun Aku Agorgir to summon that beast to spread powder by sneezing, covering Gokaku, who also sneezes and itches its body as a distraction to allow Go-Aku finishing the job by performing the Go-Aku crisis, defeating Gokaku for good, much to the twins' horror upon their cherished Kakuzu's defeat. However, the Gokaku Amorgir didn't get flung to the hands of I, who, somehow, apologizes to the twins by explaining this is the only way for her and friends to do what they're completing for the sake of good before she leaves, after returning both Go-Aku and Fun Aku back to their own Agorgirs, leaving the twin hunters sad but confused on what she meant by completing for the sake of good. Back at the river, Gariko continues to battle against Sharp on water while Zenkaku and Zan-Aku continued to duke it out underwater. Somehow, Sharp leaps back to the grass as Gariko asks if he's scared to continue battling her, but Sharp warns her to find out quick before it's too late. Much to her confusion, never looking down below the water, a group of sharks remoras come together into a massive one as it splashes out of the river to attack and take Gariko underwater, revealing the Akuzyu to be Gun-Aku, who manages to injure the wave slasher to be taken out of the water and later weaken Zenkaku for Zan-Aku, given orders by Sharp to perform the Zan-Aku cutter, defeating Zenkaku to return back to its Agorgir, but yet again not flung out much to Gariko's horror and furious. Sharp tells Gariko to never mess with and stop him on a goal he and his friends are working so hard to accomplish, as he returns Zanaku and Gunaku back into their Agorgirs to reunite with Ai, both of them leaving the village as the twin hunters went to aid Gariko. After Gariko explains about only helping their own Kakuzyu in this strange event, the three wonder on why both Ai and Sharp said about their good mission, believing they should meet with Shout again to help them take down those dark Kakuzyu, or if he has encountered one thought by the twins and get those hunters some answers about their mission. This part ends with Ai and Sharp traveling out of the village while pulling out two dark orbs, hoping they'll complete the task after gathering every Yakuzu Agorgirs they can find.